Hi, today we're going to make plant markers. Hi, I'm Myra with Boutique Paint. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be using the new Apothecary Labels and the new Conservatory Labels. And I went ahead and mixed them up and made the molds up with resin already. Today we're going to be making plant markers. Hi, I'm Myra with Boutique Paint. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be using the new Apothecary Labels and the Conservatory Labels mold. And I've already gone ahead and poured the resin in here and it's set up. So we'll go ahead and pull them out. And I'm going to paint them with the new Cottage Colors, and I'm going to be using the new Juniper color. This is my favorite mold right here of all time for IOD. And I have them all, of course, because I've been a dealer with them since day one. And isn't that just so beautiful? I did the Juniper on it, one coat, and then I did dark wax on this side and white wax on this side just to see the coloring. And I just think that is just so beautiful. So let's get started now that I've made you admire that mold. But if you're into vintage, I just think that's classic. So I'm going to pick which one of these I'm going to use. I think I'm not going to use these ones. I could probably stamp in those fine. Like this one, I could probably stamp in fine. But the letters, and we could squish them in there, but the letters are just a smidge tall and we don't have quite as much room. So you could do a word that's small, like mint. That's one of the ones we're going to do. Or you could do peas, something short. These will be better for longer, but I think I want to use this one and this one, maybe this one. So we'll put the rest of these aside. Well, maybe I'll do that one too. We'll see. I always try to do too much. So I'm going to start out by just painting these real quick. And on that sample, I did only one coat, and I think it actually turned out kind of pretty just doing one coat. But you can pick whatever color. I'm doing green, even though it'll probably blend in. Maybe a little much, so you could do like the new barn quilt color. That would stand out nice in a garden. But I'm doing the Cottage Colors, even though, because I'm going to stamp the front of this, I will want to do a clear top coat over the top of this, just to keep the stamp or the ink from the stamp from possibly smearing, although when it sets up, it pretty much sets up. So there's the first one. The nice thing about painting these is you just get so much more of the detail, and then you really realize how beautiful they are. The paint on these are now dry, so next what I want to do is I want to stamp on the fronts of these. And you could paint these completely. I did one coat because I like the way that looked. And so I've got my word here. And what I like to do, I'm dyslexic. So I am constantly screwing up orders of things, spellings, obviously, whatnot. So what I like to do is I like to put it out, spell it out with the back side up. And then I take my thin mount, and I'm using the ones with the lines on it, and I'm just gonna do that. Now obviously that's not straight, that's not a lot of things, but what I want to do then is flip it, and then I will line it up on the line the way I want it. But that way I have a better chance of spelling it correctly, or having the letters the right direction, or not upside down, or all the different things that you can have them. You could paint over them if this happens, but just, it's an easy way to keep them from doing that, messing up. And then what you can do before you stamp also is you can do a test run just on your paper. So I'll do it right here. See if you like it. Looks pretty good. I'm a little wobbly, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. So I think I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to try it in there. I'm hoping that the letters will fit in there. We're going to give it a try. And I am using the IOD black ink because I want this to stand out. I'm just going to kind of center it the best I can, since I don't want my head in the way. Just going to push in there hard because I want the ink to hit the flat spot. And there we go. Well, isn't that just lovely? And say, Myra, that letter's crooked. I know. And if you're a perfectionist, by all means, straighten up your letters. I am not that. I don't mind this because I think it looks kind of organic. So next we will do mint, and I think I will do mint on this one here. This is really tight, but I'm gonna try it, get it in there. Oop. I'm just kind of rocking it too to get it in there. So next what we want to do is we want to drill a hole, and we're going to want it in the center. And this one is really easy. You can just do right there, and that's what I will do. So I don't know if you remember, a couple weeks ago we were using the wire for the bugs. This is the same wire. So basically what I did is I made a curl in it, and this comes in a spool. So it comes with a lot of wire on it, which is great when you have, you know, different projects that you want to do. So I just took some pliers and I cut the piece of wire, and you can decide, you know, how long you want this. And you want to straighten it out. And this is very long. You probably won't have it this long. And you're going to take a pair of pliers, and any type of plier will work. You could use needle nose, you can use whatever. But I'm just going to start it so that the edge, and then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to rotate it. Then I'm going to move my pliers, and I'm going to rotate it. And I'm just making this kind of circle so that the mold will have a place to rest. So now we're just going to string this through. And then it's ready to put into the ground. Now, like I said, I'll spray this just to keep the ink from possibly running. But you could also put a little bit of dark wax in, or white wax on it. I have a little bit here. It just kind of makes it pop a little bit more as far as the detail. So you want to spray this with your clear coat before you even put it on the wire, would make it the easiest. And you want an exterior clear coat, something that can be outside, unless you're doing your herb garden inside. Then you wouldn't even have to worry about that step. Then if you want to add any of the dark or white wax, or a clear wax, just to add some darker decrepit dust into the corners and whatnot, then you can do that. But definitely spray first if it's going to be exterior. Otherwise, the spray will not stick to the wax. So if you don't want to put it on the metal, the other thing you could do is you could take a craft stick or a popsicle stick and glue it on the back. I went ahead and painted it because that will help preserve the wood. And because I'm using the Cottage Colors, it's got the built-in top coat. If you use something that doesn't have a top coat, then I suggest when you spray this, go ahead and spray the stick too, and that will help also. But you just have to put a little bit of glue. I'm going to use hot glue. So if you're going to use this outdoors, I think instead of hot glue, I'd use E6000, just so that the temperature doesn't affect the hot glue. But that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, you can go to our website at www.boutiquepaint.com. Bye.